Hey folks, my name is Tatiana. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Ethereal Entertainer. Today I will be pulling tarot cards for each zodiac sign to see what is in store for all of us for the month of October. I will pull a card for the sun, moon, and rising placements for each sign, so you will be able to sift through my videos to get your personal 3-card spread for October. Very cool stuff. So one reading for you will not be the same as the reading for your friend who happens to be in Aquarius. If you have different sun, moon, and rising placements, y'all will have different readings. So this is going to be a unique experience for you, your friends, share it, all that good stuff. These bracelets I'm wearing are made by yours truly. These are 2 Evil Eye bracelets that are now available on my Etsy shop. They're absolutely gorgeous, so check them out. I do have other colors and other varieties. I also offer big 3 bracelets, customizable, of course. So check that out and let me know what you think. Also, I do have chakra stones laid out to keep everything nice and balanced and ensure that I am pulling cards for everyone's highest good that chooses to watch my videos. So let's talk tarot. Hey Libra, let's chat. Okay, so we're going to get into your sun position. We have the Empress card. This is a very divine feminine energy type of card, and anyone and we all possess this energy, okay? So this Empress card is about leaning into your softness, leaning into your ability to be vulnerable and finding strength in that. This is about being there for people, being there for yourself in a very delicate way. So I know that a lot of us, we deal with being afraid of leaning in those feelings and being vulnerable in that way. It's not a bad thing though. This is actually a very good thing. So this is about nurturing, and as we all know, if you look around, nurturing has a very valid place in the world and in nature and in society. We need to be nurtured as children. We need to be nurtured as babies. And, maybe there's someone going through something around you, someone close to you who needs to be nurtured right now. And you are the person who possesses the capabilities to be there and nurture and help that person. Maybe someone who's recently experienced, a loss, or they're struggling with finding direction, something like that. And you show up and you're there for them, and that means the world to them. Excuse me. But it could also mean that someone has been there for you, and it makes you realize that there is a place for softness. There is a place for nurturing. There is a place for that. And it's very important, So this card, the major arcana card, I always say that these are more of a chapter than a paragraph. The minor arcana are a little more shorter ran versus the Empress card. These type of cards tend to last for a longer amount of time and provide a longer lasting overall theme and influence in the person that it's pulled for. So this may be your time to see how these relationships and how these attributes can really benefit those relationships that you hold near and dear to you, or maybe even a new relationship. Maybe it changes your perspective on how you've dealt with your last relationships, your last friendships, maybe choosing to switch it up and saying, oh, maybe I don't want to be that way anymore. I don't want to use that methodology anymore. I want to switch it up. And the Empress card is saying, Yeah, that's a good thing. You should do it. Go for it. Yeah, I'm here for it. This could also have to do with, you know, femininity also is, like I was saying, is in nature too. This could be about maybe getting out and seeing the beauty in things, seeing the beauty in nature, the beauty in the things around you and the way that things are. I know that, like watching Animal Planet and stuff like that, it's just like, oh, that this is just, so, it's so brutal and so cutthroat, but at the same time we're in awe of the beauty of it, right? We're in awe of how, yet though it can be so brutal, it can be so cutthroat, it's also very delicate, right? And we recognize that, as people who inhabit the earth, we have, responsibility to it. And the Empress card is very much that. It's realizing that you have that in you, that, that delicate yet fierce balance that deserves and should be expressed. And this is the time in your life where you should give that energy the floor, because it will greatly benefit you and the relationships around you. Okay, now let's move into your moon placement. So this card is a Two of Cups in reverse. In the upright position, the Two of Cups has to do with fulfilling relationship between two people, whether it be friends or family or romantic. But in the flipped position like this, it's saying that there is some sort of disconnect where maybe, you have feelings, but they're not being reciprocated, or vice versa. And it's about saying that, this is my cup, this is your cup, but I don't really like what you're offering. So I'm just going to keep my cup and walk away. So this is about, in the upright position, it's about harmony, about things coming together, about synchronicity. And the flip side, it's about disharmony, things not synchronizing, not seeing eye to eye. This could be indicative of like like breakups, whether it be like, oh, I'm realizing that this relationship is not very fulfilling for me, and it might be time to walk away. This Two of Cups in reverse is saying that, yeah, that is probably the best decision, and that's the best and only way to, protect yourself, is to realize that that's not a beneficial relationship for you, and you got to leave it be. I know that sucks to hear, I know, but the thing about that is walking away from things that are not good for you and that are not benefiting you allows you to walk into things that are so much better for you. So you got to take it as, I'm not settling for less. I'm not taking anything less than what I deserve. And instead of, giving your cup to someone and filling their cup up and leaving yourself empty, keep what you have and fill your cup up, and you'll find someone who can give just as much as you can. And that's self-respect. That's self-love, when you do that. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing to stick to your guns and believe that what you want is out there for you, that it exists and that you can have it. Because when you say that, when you believe that, the universe shows up. Okay, cool. All right, bet. I got you, So think of it in that way. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's easier said than done. But I do hope that you're able to keep that in mind, as you may be walking away from a relationship, or realizing that a relationship is maybe very one-sided, And, sometimes we don't want to admit, but maybe we're the one who's taking and not really giving. And this card could be for you too. You might be in a situation where this person is giving and giving and giving, and you're enjoying it and you're loving it. But you might be starting to notice symptoms of fatigue, of exhaustion, of resentment from this person. And that's why. Because you're taking and their cup is darn near empty and they're feeling depleted. And if you really care about that person, about that relationship, it's time for you to give back, you know. So moving on to the ascending sign, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So again, the page has to do with thought process, with seeing the potential, seeing what's out there for us, and then moving into that Knight position of taking charge, taking action, and, you know, getting things done, putting our feet on the ground about it. So when the Page of Swords is in reverse, it's saying that there's some issue with that position you're in now, with going from being the page to being the knight. Are you acting too hastily? Are you moving a little too fast? Are you not quite putting the thought into, you know, your ideas before you move into them? Or are you talking and talking and talking about them, but not actually putting in the work? You know, maybe you've been in this Page of Swords position for a little too long, and this card is flipped for you because it's like, okay, it's time to do something now. All right. It's time for you to put your money where your mouth is. What are we doing here? So, you know, this is a card that's challenging you to step up, you know, and make it happen. And this may mean it's time for you to start, you know, opening your mind and asking some questions. Reach out to people who have experience in what it is that you're trying to do and what you want to achieve. And ask them, how did they start? How did they get their jump? How did they, you know, get their feet on the ground? You know, because sometimes we need to, you know, talk to other people, get our juices flowing. And, you know, that might spark an idea of creativity that gets you from this page position to that knight position where you're making things happen. So also too, if that's not the case and maybe you're realizing you're acting a little too hastily, take your time. Take your time, think it through, you know, really come up with a plan for yourself, really come up with, you know, the results that you want, and make sure that the actions that you take are in alignment with the results that you're trying to achieve. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching, and please hit that notification bell and subscribe so that you can get these monthly. I really do hope that October is a very good month for you, and I hope that you have a great day or evening, depending on where you are and what time you're watching this. Thank you so much. Bye.